What if I cannot afford a good welder right now? Permanent jewelry is a great and booming business, but a good welder costs money. Well, I have some creative ideas, and I am the perfect person to talk about this because I started my business while I was still in school. I didn't even have money to pay for books and barely enough for food. I've since built it into a multi-million-dollar business, and deep down, I am still value and budget oriented. In this video, we're first going to take a look at what are the basic needs, then take a quick look at the less expensive welder options on the market and what their costs are. And then I'm going to share with you some creative ideas on how to come up with the money to be able to pay for the welder of your choice. By the way, I've created a video listing out all of the tools and supplies you will need for a permanent jewelry business. I'm going to link to that video here, and in the captions, I'm going to put a link to the checklist of tools and supplies. For a permanent jewelry business, the major purchase is the welder. It's tempting to go with the cheapest thing possible to start, but there are a few things that you need to keep in mind, and I'm going to list them out now. First, safety. You're dealing with clients, electricity, possible injuries, possible lawsuits. That is something that is going to stop you very easily. So safety should be your top priority at this point. Second, precision. You're dealing with fine things that need to be durable. If you're not able to weld securely and safely, it's not going to get you very far because it is permanent and people are going to come back. So precision is very important. Third, customer support. If you're not familiar with the machine, or if it breaks down, trial and error, it's very costly. I often get people who call in asking me questions about a machine that they cannot get help with from anyone, and I'm not of any use. It becomes very frustrating, and you waste a lot of merchandise, trips, booked appointments. It is something to consider. You want a machine that has customer support that you can reach out to. Fourth, quality and warranty. They go hand in hand. If it breaks down, well, and there's not a great warranty or support, you are SOL. There are so many people who end up having to buy a better welder because they've had to scrap the one that they scrimped on. So it ends up costing them a lot more. So you have to keep in mind, you want something that has good quality and warranty. The welder you choose should be CSA certified for safety. A lot of people don't know about this or talk about it, but in countries such as Canada and in the EU, unless the equipment has CSA certification, you cannot be covered for insurance if you use it in a business. In other words, if someone is injured because of use of an uncertified safe piece of equipment, it will be not covered. They're not going to pay out cover any damages. In the US, that is dependent on individual policies, so you really need to look at the fine print. And when thinking about money, let that part sink in. If you do not have insurance because you're not using safe equipment and they're not covering it, if there is an injury, the plaintiff can sue, and there's a lawsuit, the plaintiff can go after your personal assets. And even if you don't have a lot of money in the bank, they can go after your car, family home, And in certain jurisdictions, they can go after your spouse's assets, your registered retirement savings. So although you might not feel that you can afford it, if you actually have assets, they can go after that. Unless, of course, you are a limited liability company and you're operating under that. But that is another video separately. The thing is, these are really important things to consider. If you are tight on budget, let's, for the sake of this discussion, stick to the lower price point options. And there are several on the market. There is the Jupiter. It is about $350 US or 500 Canadian, and I've seen that on Etsy. It is not argon ready, so you can't use it, hook it to argon gas. There's poor precision because you don't actually touch the stylus there's no sensor built into the stylus. So you don't actually touch the electrode onto the piece you're welding. It will air arc, and it is also not CSA certified. Then there is the larger unbranded welder that you can get on Alibaba or Amazon, and it goes for about 400 US, around 600 Canadian. It has argon, and it is extremely powerful, made for the dental industry, and have many safety complaints. By the way, I have a video which I'm going to link to about one of the issues that have come up with this welder. So do watch that before you make that decision. Then there is the Zapp welder by Sunstone Engineering, made in the US. It goes for 1,000 US and around 1,300 Canadian. I'm going to link a review to that and also one to Zapp Plus. Of the three models, the Zapp is the only one that is CSA certified for safety. Now let's talk about how we can get the money so that we can get this started. You will need $1,500 US approximately for an initial investment to pay for your equipment, supplies, and get this started. And also, you will have to be able to work your butt off and reinvest the money you earn into the company for the next month. I actually have a video talking about what you need for investment and turnover and how to go about doing that. I'm going to link the video here. So here are some options, things that you can do so that you can afford the initial investment. And I'm going to talk about financing last. First, find a partner. Actually, it's a great idea because it's a lonely road sometimes going by yourself. This person can help with pooling resources, making it a lot more fun, sharing the work, the joy, and keep each other accountable and pumped together. So, one is finding a partner. Second is a silent partner or angel investor. Basically, someone who is good to you, like family, friends, mentors. Now, they will expect a business plan. So you're going to have to spell it out. It's not just a simple loan. You're going to have to spell out what your plan is, how you're going to be able to pay them back or share in the profits. With that, in the business plan, you're going to have to talk about return on investment. I actually have a video about return on investment using real numbers, and that will perhaps give you a guideline. I'm going to add that link up here. Third, approach an established business. So it could be a salon or a store, and offer that they front the cost of the machine, and you will be responsible for learning how to use it, manning it, and be willing to work at their location. A lot of stores, businesses, actually $2,000-$3,000 is very small investment. The biggest challenge for those places is having labor, reliable, trained labor help who will work it. So if you are willing to do the work, the legwork, you can approach them, say a salon, and say, if you can come up with this, I will work these hours with it, and we can either split the profits, or I will work hourly and do my very best, provided that in the off hours, I can do side hustles, pop-ups on the weekends or evenings when the salon or the store is not open. So that gives you a lot of extra time, and a lot of boutiques will close on certain days. So, and then also evenings. With boutiques, for jewelry boutiques, you can also offer that aside from working at your location certain hours. I can also do repairs or custom lengths or help you make jewelry. So there are a number of creative options that you have to commit to. So you're putting up the labor, manpower, training, and they put up the initial investment cost. And they own the machine until you've got it paid off. Another one is crowdfunding. So you can do GoFundMe or Kickstarter, which is more of, they invest in your business and they'll get a part of it, or some sort of arrangement. So there are all sorts of online options like that where everyone can just be donating a small amount. Something similar to that would be for you to go to, say, a club, a school, your classmates, church, and pre-sell, take orders. Say, I want to do this, I need to afford it, and you explain to them what you're trying to offer, give them photos, etc. And you can offer a slight discount for the first thing, being one of the first 100 or 50 people, investors, your supporters, the first 50 supporters. You can offer them something and they prepay it. You take their money for it with the understanding that you are going to make good on, once you collect enough, you will buy the welder, weld on them, and everyone wins. And you can do this for a school team, certain events, and it allows them to participate and help you along. So, and you can also give them assurance of saying, if it does not work out, you will get your full refund. And if I don't end up buying it, you'll get your full refund. So everyone benefits from this. Now we're going to talk about financing. Recently, at the time of filming, PayPal now offers, for if you're approved, prepay. So for purchases, I believe up to $1,500 for larger ticket items, you have the option of prepay, so you can pay them off in chunks without added cost. And certain credit card companies also offer something similar. For larger ticket items, you can have payment plans that have lower carrying cost, and some have carrying costs, some don't, have lower carrying cost than if it was just on your credit card. So you should ask your credit card provider to see if you're eligible or if they offer that service. Then there are friendly loans. So these are friends, family, that they'll lend you money and maybe you offer a certain percentage. I often offer loans, especially to the kids when they are trying to start a new business, etc. They have to, though, explain to me what they're using it for, why it's going to be profitable, or how do I know for sure that they are going to pay me back? And these are great exercises that I recommend. Hey, you don't know until you try. And if you are asking with sincerity, willing to back it up with your calculations and your assurance that you are going to work really hard at it, I think it's not a bad thing to always ask, and rejection is actually a good character building thing. I hope that after watching my video, you'll be inspired and feel confident that you'll be able to raise the necessary funds for your investment and buy a safe welder and run your business to massive success. Actually, raising the funds is the easier part of this equation. The hardest part is to be able to have the commitment, the gumption, the commitment to hard work to overcome setbacks when we are tired, disappointments, and go forth. That is the hardest part of any business venture. It doesn't matter what size of an investment you have, be it small business or large business. The key ingredient is to have the passion and commitment to see it to success, to ultimate success. And to this, I wish you the best of luck. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it informative. It came from the deepest part of my heart, and I wish you all the best. Let me know what you think and comment. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I wish you the best.